Hello friends, welcome to my channel Technical Arcane. Myself Arnab Kundu. Today I will discuss on process control block, also known as PCB. It is a data structure used by the operating system to store all the information about the process. PCB also known as process descriptor. So I will discuss elaborately on this topic. So go to the computer screen. Today I will discuss on process control block, also known as PCB, right? So what is PCB? The PCB is a full form of process control block, right? It is a data structure that is maintained by the operating system for every process, okay? The PCB should be identified by an integer process ID, also known as PID. It helps us to store all the information required to keep track of all the running processes, right? It is also countable for storing the contents of processor registers, okay? These are saved when the process moves from the running state and then returns back to it. The information is quickly updated in the PCB by the OS as soon as the process makes the state transition, right? Every process is represented in the operating system by a process control block, which is also called a task control block, right? A process control block does not contain bootstrap program. A PCB is a data structure, right? The entry of all the PCBs of the current processes is in process table, right? Now we talk about what is process. Process is the execution of a program that performs the actions specified in that program. It can be identified as an execution unit where a program runs. The OS helps us to create, schedule and terminates the processes which is used by CPU. A process created by the main process is called a child process. Okay? Process operations can be easily controlled with the help of PCB. We can consider it as the brain of the process, which contains all the crucial information related to processing like process ID, priority, state, CPU register, etc. Okay? While creating a process, the operating system performs several operations. To identify the processes, it assigns a process identification number, means the PID, to each process. As the operating system supports multi-programming, it needs to keep track of all the processes. For this task, the PCB or process control block is used to track the processes execution status, right? Each block of memory contains information about the process state, program counter, stack pointer, status of opened files, scheduling algorithms, etc. All this information is required and must be saved when the process is switched from one state to another. When the process makes a transition from one state to another, the operating system must update information in the processes PCB, right? A process control block contains information about the process, that is register, quantum, priority, etc. The process table is an array of PCBs that means logically contains a PCB for all of the current processes in the system, right? And what it contains, like pointer, it is a stack pointer which is required to be saved when the process is switched from one state to another to retain the current position of the process. Next one, process state. It stores the respective state of the process. Next one, process number. Every process is assigned with a unique ID known as process ID or PID, which stores the process identifier, right? Next one, program counter. It stores the counter which contains the address of the next instruction that is to be executed for the process. Next one, register. These are The CPU registers, which includes accumulator, base registers, and general purpose registers, right? Next one, memory limits. This field contains the information about memory management system used by operating system. This may include the page tables, segment tables, etc. Next one, open files list. The information includes the list of files opened for a process. And last one, accounting information. The time limits, account numbers, amount of CPU used, process numbers, etc. are all a part of the PCB counting information, right? The process control block stores the register content, also known as execution content of the processor, when it was blocked from running. This execution content architecture enables the operating system to restore a process's execution context when the process returns to the running state. When the process makes a transition from one state to another, the operating system updates its information in the process's PCB. Okay? The operating system maintains pointers to each process's PCB in a process table so that it can access the PCB quickly. A process control block or simple PCB is a data structure that is used to store the information of a process that might be needed to manage the scheduling of a particular process. Okay. In an operating system, we have number of processes present in it. Each process has some information that is needed by the CPU for the execution of the process. So we need some kind of data structure to store information about the particular processes. Okay. Each process being managed by an operating system is presented by a dedicated data structure referred to as process control block or PCB. Like the process state machine, the PCB will vary from OS to OS. However, there are minimum number of basic parameters common to the PCBs of all OSs. The PCB contains the data that specifies the existence of a particular process and the information necessary to permit the process to make forward progress. Okay. I hope that you have understood today's topic. For more videos, keep watching my channel Technical Arquin. Thank you and bye bye.